We're going to program some while loops and if-else structure in our code now. And so the first thing I want to do up here is, we haven't taken advantage of this, but I want to write our pseudocode up here. And so this is going to be exactly what we want our program to accomplish. And so in this case, we're going to say if the light sensor reading is dark, turn flashlight on. The light sensor reading is light, turn flashlight off. So that's what we're going to be programming this to do. It's going to work very similar to a night light would. If you have an automatic night light, when you turn off the lights, the night light comes on. Alright, and so the first thing we're going to do is, we want this to run indefinitely. We don't want it to run only one time and then stop, and so we have to use a while loop here. So I'll say while 1 equals 1, and as long as that, while 1 equals 1, and as long as that condition remains true, the loop's going to continue to run. And so once we have that in, I'll go ahead and hit enter, and then I'm going to put an open bracket, and I'm going to begin my first if statement. So with this one, I'm going to say if, and again, if the light sensor reading is dark, and so the command for a sensor is if sensor value, and it's going to be called our light sensor. And let's say if it's greater than 700, so if our light sensor reading is greater than 700, we want our program to do something. What we want it to do, we put another bracket, curly bracket, and hit enter. This is what it's going to do. We want it to turn the flashlight on. So I'll use natural language, turn flashlight on. It's called flashlight, and we're going to turn it on full power at 127. Then I'll close that bracket. So my brackets line up, and I closed it. Alright? Now, if the light sensor reading is less than 700, we have an else statement. So if something else is happening that's not true, that condition is not met, we want to turn the flashlight off. You look at what I forgot. I forgot my curly brackets, so I'm going to go in here, put one there, put one there. And if you see here, I have a curly bracket lined up, open and closed. I have an open and closed. I have an open and closed. I need one more closed bracket to match with this top bracket. That works. I'll compile the program, download it to the robot, hit start. You can see my bracket is looping right here because the value of my light sensor is 117. It's light outside. If I cover up my light sensor, the value jumps to around 825. The flashlight should be on, which it is. I uncover it. It goes into the off mode. Cover it, uncover it, and the flashlight turns on and off. So that's an example of using a while loop. So the program was looping, it continued to run, and an if-else structure. And so if this condition is met, do this. If the condition is not met, do something else. And so that's while loops and if-else structures.